And of course, special thanks to our moderator, Violet Lotus. Hello and welcome, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
And me, Banshee. Welcome. I'm just trying to get my computer up because that's what I'm...
refresh.
What?
If you refresh, you'll get more in sync with me.
Okay. My problem is I can't see the very top person in the list. I think it's Angel Mary.
It is.
Okay. That thing is blocking it. And it's worse on this than my tablet. And then a cell. All right. So how's everybody doing? Good to see who's here today. I bet some people are not coming because they're watching the hearings on TV. Or something. It's probably other reasons, but good to see who has arrived today.
So then.
All right, well, we're going to get going. I'm trying to think.
Announcements?
Pardon me?
No announcements.
Announcements? Well, I don't know. It's been a crazy week. The energy this week has been really off for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I've just been having a really hard time focusing. And I actually had my first remembered dream in a long time, which was very interesting. So I don't know. I just feel off, but yet my intuition seems okay. It's just that I feel off. You know?
No.
He's not feeling it, but I've been having issues. So anyway, Sunny.
Yeah, the hearing starts at 8, about an hour from now.
Yeah, it starts at 8. There's, from what I understand, I think it's going to be a lot of recap tonight. They have some new footage from the event itself that makes it look more violent, but I think I know it was violent. It was horrible, and hopefully something will come of this, and people should be charged if they broke the laws. Period.
Hey, Kara.
Kara. Hello. So we're just blah-blahing for a few minutes. I don't want to get too political. But I'll save it for Twitter. But
yeah, it would be 7 your time.
Right. At any rate, I think upcoming episodes, let's call it, of this event will be more interesting than tonight, but I don't know. I'm sure they're going to lead strong anyway. It'll be interesting. You hate to think we're doing these hearings for nothing, that's for sure. All right. So today I am using, because I've been feeling off, I'll go back and use this.
You're better? Great, Kara. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I saw your test results on Twitter when you did that picture. The Empath Oracle by Raven Digitalis. I suppose I should have kept the booklet out. I'll need it anyway. So that can't stay there. But we'll get to that in a minute. Mr. O, I'm going to let you pick a card for us. Our collective. Well, it's so awesome, Kara. I hope your sense of smell and everything's back to normal. Alrighty. The fate of the universe is on you, Mr. O. It's an empath oracle. How bad can it be, right?
Run. Seeking healing water.
Oh, I have a story to tell about that, actually. It's funny that came up because the first card I pulled from this deck was that card. And before I did that, I was actually thinking about water energy and how healing it is. How sometimes it's really good when I'm in the shower to just purge myself of not just the dirt on my body, but, the nasty stuff within. Let it go down the drain with the water and visualize that. And then I pulled the card. So I thought it was very, very interesting when that happened. I was going to mention it when I review it.
Girl, you nasty.
Inside and out. No. All right. So the essential themes of Seeking Healing Water is contemplating the presence of water and its influence in daily life, creating a deeper relationship with water on a spiritual level, following the cycles of the moon tide in order to better understand our life's journey. Okay, so the deeper meanings of the card. Water is a healing force. Empathy and emotion are ruled by the water element. Many empaths believe that this element can provide the most healing and rejuvenating energy. Our personal relationship to the water element can keep us from getting emotionally stuck or stagnant in life. Up to 60% of our bodies consist of water. Evolutionarily, we came out from the depths of the ocean and will always remain naturally connected to the mighty sea. The process of creating a deeper relationship with water also connects to the cycle of the moon. If the ocean's tides are intricately connected to the lunar cycle, it only makes sense that Lady Luna influence our bodies, including our thoughts and emotions. Metaphysical systems recognize that the new moon is a time for looking within and forming new beginnings. The waxing cycle is a time for increasing the energy we intend to invoke in our lives. The full moon's a time to make prayers and to consider the things we wish to emotionally release. As the moon wanes, certain energies can intentionally be decreased. Okay, suggestions for action. Engaging with water can take the form of enjoying a relaxing bath, a cleansing shower, dip in the ocean, going swimming, standing in the rain, meditating by a stream, finding a natural hot spring, even hydrating the body with pure water throughout the day. Or, I'm going to add, one of my favorite things, a hot tub. A hot tub. It's good practice to examine, now we're getting into it. It's good practice to examine your pee after urinating. If it's dark in color, it's time to drink more water. Staying properly hydrated helps the whole body function better, which in turn helps with mental and emotional wellness. By additionally paying attention to and aligning our energies with the lunar cycle, we can intentionally activate the water within us, allowing us to grow daily in emotional maturity and wisdom. That got a little personal there, but I'm all about hydrating. I'm on my second big glass of water this evening, and I had some water with some essential elements in it earlier. So I drink lots of water, especially in this weather, especially those of you, like I know Violet Lotus is one of them, who are going to be experiencing the hot spell that is coming up. Very, very important to stay hydrated.
And I'm showing my little water bottle that I got at Merry Mead a few years back.
Hey, Angel.
Return to the Heart of the Mother, Merry Mead 2010.
That's the one we put on.
Yes.
So, at any rate,
I danced in my underwear.
Oh my gosh, the infamy. But I won that beautiful necklace.
Yes.
That beautiful amber and jet necklace. Okay, enough of that. So water energy is very, very important. It's very, very healing. As a fire sign, I really do respect the element of water. Sometimes we got to cool down that fire just a little bit. You know what I mean? Okay.
I thought we were doing another pee joke.
No. Oh, okay. You silly man. All right, so that's it for these cards.
Wee, all the way home.
It's a nice deck. It really is. I like this deck a lot. Okay.
All right. Good, Angel.
All right. So let me get Angel Rivera on the short list tonight, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll be a nice short night tonight. We'll see. All right. So, any cards to show?
Sure.
Do you have 10 decks today?
No, I didn't bring 10 decks. I brought my Mermaid's Tarot.
There you go. That'll be next Sunday. I'll be bringing
the
mine.
Knight of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought my Nefertari Egyptian.
Awesome.
The Nine of Swords. And then the Paul Hewson Dame Fortune Wheel. And that's the Two of Swords on that one.
Very good.
And you?
And me? Well, I got the decks from last week again. I lied. I kept them one more day. We have the Next World Tarot. Here is the Six of Pentacles in this deck of big cards. We have one more time my birthday gift from Mr. Monster, the Judgment card in the Grunge Tarot. Grunge. All right. And I have the Vertigo Tarot one more time.
It smells like Teen Tarot.
I like it. And then we have the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands in the Vertigo Tarot, very darkish deck, which I think I'll retire again, but you know, I'm going to give this deck another shot. I personally didn't like it, but since I've been using it more lately, you know, I like it. I like it again, so I'm going to use it. And then I have this the Spirits and Ghosts Tarot by Chris Hunt. And there is the Seven of Pentacles in that deck. This is a beautiful deck.
It's Lisa Hunt, right?
Huh?
Lisa Hunt?
Oh, Lisa Hunt. I said Chris. I'm sorry. Yes, you're correct. You are correct. And did I get them all? Vertigo, Ghost, Grunge.
Well, that's
Next.
tarot for you. It's either always timely or always untimely.
And then we have the Mirror Truth Tarot, Lenormand. I'm sorry, blah, blah. See, foggy-headed. There I am. And that's the house in that deck. I like this deck. I might be having a share deck. This will be one of them, and I'm going to bring out another one next time.
All right.
All right, I think we're ready to go. So without further ado, we'll make announcements as we go, because, you know, pretty soon, in a week or so, we'll be doing what, Mr. O?
The summer solstice and modality monthly message.
Monthly modality message will be coming soon. So the moon goes into sun goes into the sign of
Cancer.
Yeah, from Gemini. You know, I was almost going to say Leo. I was almost jumping the gun. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. All right. All right, Angel Mary, you are up. So go ahead with your question. Yeah, oh, do you like it? Oh, it's really cute and beautiful. Okay, yeah, it's old style art. I like it, but I have some old school decks that I got from my aunt's collection. So I didn't feel the need to buy that one. I'm looking for newer takes on the Lenormand now, and this Mirror Truth one is definitely that.
Hi, Libra.
Hey, Libra, good to see you.
All right, so Angel Mary asks, why did I not meet my future spouse until now?
Well, you still haven't met them, but you mean why haven't you met them yet?
Right.
So, yeah. Okay, let's see.
No, I get it. Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I get it, because me. Anyway. All right.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, first up is the reversed Four of Swords. Then there's the reverse Six of Cups. And then another reverse, the Eight of Wands.
it does seem to reflect, Angel Mary, that there's some, well, it's a mixed bag here for sure, actually, now that I'm thinking about this. I just realized that's the Six of Cups, not the Six of Swords. The Four of Swords is what we have here, and that's reversed. And so I think what it's saying is, well, maybe you haven't met them because you haven't been as actively seeking them as you should have been. Or perhaps maybe you haven't been looking in the right places. You know, maybe you need to step more out of a comfort zone of some sort. I mean, I know what the Six of Cups usually means, but I have a feeling here that this might mean it's just what came into my head when I realized that was the Six of Cups. That maybe, you know, you're living with some past ideals or ideas of who this person needs to be, should be, has to be. And so maybe it's been restricting your ability to find the right person. Another thing here is there's a tendency to maybe you're putting your energy onto too many other things, and that's why it hasn't really happened.
Well, I'm looking at that reversed Six of Cups, and I get the feeling that maybe there are things from the past that maybe hold you back. It may be just attitudes, it may be memories. I know on occasion you may have mentioned people from your past that maybe there might have been an interest before. I know other people do too, though. So I also think that maybe there's something in the past or memories that maybe hold you back a little bit. I also feel that the Eight of Wands maybe indicates that you're more passive in this regard. You're not necessarily as more direct and more probing or going out there. And of course, that may be traditional in many cultures for women to play the more passive role in terms of seeking romance, because maybe culturally it doesn't seem fit. I'm not saying that for sure that's you, but it may be that those kind of influences about being a little bit more passive and letting somebody else take the lead. It's the Four of Swords, though, too, that maybe makes me mostly feel like, at least up until now, or now sort of, maybe you've just sort of held back for other reasons. Maybe it's the cultural reasons, because you're supposed to let somebody else make the first move. It may be that other situations were also kind of keeping you out of the action, but now this may be changing.
Well, you know, if I'm looking at these combined together, I'm wondering here if maybe what has been holding you back is something from some bad experience you had from the past, you know, where, you know, maybe you tried to assert yourself more and it didn't turn out well. But the case may be here, I think that what the cards are saying is you have to really be more active in the pursuit of finding this person. And again, it may just, like, you know, I've said to other people, I may have said it to you, I know I've said it to somebody else. It's this idea of making sure you are at places where you hope to meet that person. You put yourself in situations where you meet people, you know, that you would like to meet. So in other words, joining social organizations or activities and things where you hope to meet that person.
Right, a place where you worship, a place where you know, where people go to school, or libraries,
organizations,
or things like that.
Book clubs, things like that.
So now, Angel Mary, will turn the Lenormand for you. See if it gives us an additional insight. And you had the clouds followed by the bears, and I think this is saying really that if there are things that really feel like obstacles to you, maybe there are also things that maybe have depressive sense about them, you have to kind of try to find a way to be strong enough to try to surmount those obstacles, to try not to back down if some wall comes up or some resistance comes up. You know, obviously you can't stalk somebody, but basically it's kind of like what we were talking about, the more aggressive nature. And I'm not saying you have to be very aggressive, it's just saying you have to sort of put yourself in a sense of confidence and strength and address what those things are that are holding the situation back.
Right, to achieve clarity and to achieve, I think here what this is saying is don't give up. Don't fall into a state of feeling depressed about it. Be empowered. Be more empowered about you are ready for a change now. You are ready to move forward with more confidence and more strength because you deserve the relationship that you desire. So, in other words, don't fall into gloom. Don't let that, instead, now empower yourself to move forward because you want it. Act like you want it is now what the universe might be saying to you is act like you want it. Go out there and try to make it happen. Give it your best shot.
Right. You're the one that has to make the difference. So, you just have to get into that mode, feel assertive, feel positive, and, all they can do is say no, and then you have to try again.
Yeah. Sounds easy, right?
I know. And I'm not trying to be cavalier.
We are. No. It's funny in a way because, I can't, obviously, because I've been married for how many years now, but I can equate this to, writing and getting rejection letters, You can give up or you can keep trying, and sometimes things will stick and sometimes they won't. So, it's the same with relationships. Don't let some negative experience hold you back or take away your power because you deserve this. Go out and get it.
Good luck, Angel Mary.
Good luck, Angel Mary.
And you're welcome. And hi, Buddy Blue. We're okay. It's kind of, the Thursday night thing. It may start off slow. It may get busy.
We never know.
We never know for sure.
All right, Estelle is up. Yeah, because I'm using my computer tonight because of some of the issues we've been having lately with our stream. Sonny can't get quite on picture like he used to, so hopefully we'll be able to, when he comes back, get him back some sunny cams.
But I know just before Kara bounced in, he did hop up on the tail and I saw his little tail wag in front of the camera, so briefly. I think you might have seen that too, maybe. Hey, Estelle, are you out there?
Hey, Estelle. We'll give Estelle a minute or two. I'm trying to think if there are other announcements.
Yes. We're back for happy hour on Saturday at 10 a.m.
Don't we all need it? We got these hearings this week, which is dredging up some nasty stuff. We still have the aftermath of the shootings and all of these things going on. We need to be happy. Come and get happy at our happy hour Saturday morning, 10 a.m. We have a great time.
Yes.
Can absolutely use happy hour, goodness.
It's been so long.
well,
not really.
But it feels like it, doesn't it? See, that's what I'm saying. This was kind of a difficult week. I can't put my finger on it exactly, but it's been really kind of heavy.
Well, around us here, too, our weather's been going up and down, and that kind of gets your bones feeling kind of like back and forth, too.
Couple of days were so gloomy here. I had trouble keeping awake. I was just totally unfocused. Anyway.
Well, we've had a bit of rain the last few days, so I don't know if that's
we did.
anything. Yeah.
Wish we could send it down to you people who need it, but apparently we are just short of where we need to be precipitation-wise. But we caught up. We were way behind, but we caught up. And so we're doing okay as far as precipitation goes. We might actually go over this year.
Well, Estelle, we're going to have to move on.
Last call for Estelle. We can move him if needs be. Or her, I'm sorry. Gosh.
Oh, Strawberry Fest time. Sounds like fun.
That's cool. We used to go in the Polish town of Hamtramck, where we used to live. They had a strawberry festival at a local church.
Usually around the beginning of May, it sort of coincided with Beltane or May Day.
Well, not for the Catholic Church. That was for the Assumption or whatever it is in May. I forget. The Assumption. It's funny because I had to crown the Virgin Mary as a child. Did you know that?
You had to crown them?
I got to crown her in a parade.
A statue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I forget what grade I was in. It might have been 5th.
That's special.
I know. It was. All right, let's move past
Marcia?
Marcia, you are up. Go ahead and type your question. We'll fit a cell in when a cell comes back. Let's not hold up the list much longer. We love chatting with you all, but we might as well keep things moving a little bit here. Hamtramck was an absolute Polish community. They ended up being, over the years, but far more multicultural. A lot of Islamic, a lot of Indian, a lot of as a matter of fact, in one of their high schools, I think there was like 27 languages being spoken by the students there. So it got to be an incredibly multicultural city. But for a long time, it was a huge Polish enclave that was a city that was surrounded by the city of Detroit on all of its borders, except for one, which was Highland Park, which was another city surrounded by Detroit.
Thank you.
A little history lesson of our area.
I know, things have been going on. Okay, Marcia. Violet, did you see what happened a moment ago? Did you get the same message I got? It was sort of like an internal message about
I missed
comments. I know, I couldn't get a word in.
Okay, about what again? Oh, Asalla's here?
Okay, did you hit that button then? Thank you, that's fine. We'll have to get on base with all of that, but that's fine, yeah. I figured that was safe, so I just wanted to see how that worked. That's fine, that's totally fine. Okay, I'll try to catch you up when there's more time, now that we're on our next reading.
Well, wait a minute. Asal said here, but you missed your turn, Asal. Did Marcia... Oh, okay, all right, let's do
We have a question from Marcia, so we should go with that.
Where is it? Oh, I see it. Asal, we'll do you right after Marcia. Please don't go away, because, that's what happens. So let's do Marcia's question.
Okay, and I'm going to use my Nefertari.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Marcia, let's see what's going on with that. Wow.
The thing about being able to monitor and show or hide comments came up with a cell.
Oh,
and I was trying to get your attention, but I couldn't.
I see.
Yeah, and then apparently Violet just went ahead and hit show.
Okay.
Because there's the two options, show or hide.
I wonder why, though.
Yeah. It's something to do with the parameters that we set, but I don't remember exactly why.
So sometimes, what's worth mentioning, some of our comments might go to review now. So if that should happen, we will try to get you back as soon as we notice it.
Yeah, between the two or three of us...
one of us should see it.
Should be able to release that. It basically will help us if we have a certain troll or two that's been showing up. We can just keep their comments hidden. But I'm not really sure why the parameter invoked that with a cell, so it just kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
So we'll keep an eye on that. I was afraid there might be some glitchiness and it might affect other people in the chat. So don't be alarmed if that happens. We'll try to, fix it. And sorry if it messed up your turn a little bit, Asal. We will get you next.
Yeah, you'll be next. No, it didn't mess up his turn.
I'm supposed to use my deck, which is...
No, you used your deck last one.
No, I didn't. Okay. All right. Nope, I didn't. You used the deck twice, and you'll do it again.
Well, too bad. Maybe if you were paying more attention instead of just going on and on, Knight of Chalices, the Page of Cups, the Lovers reversed, and the Hermit upright.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so the Lovers reversed is in the center, so that's probably talking mostly about the idea of this divorce. I don't know if anyone else stays with him, if he has anybody taking care of him as he's older, or if he's in really great shape. But he may clearly be alone then, or feel alone. That's the Hermit there. I'm wondering too that with the Page of Chalices, Cups, if there's possibly something else going on, like maybe there's something else interesting to him, either sensually or romantically. I'm not saying that maybe there's already another person on the horizon, but I just get the feeling like, in a way, I don't think he's going to be that bad off. I think he'll be alone, so there's a sense of isolation. But that Page of Cups makes me feel like he has something to live for, if only the sense of what he feels about life, his mystical, philosophical wonderment with life. And I don't know if I'm describing your father at all, but maybe the idea that life has a special draw for him in a way.
So, it's interesting, Marcia. I'm looking here, and I like what he said about the Page of Cups, but one of the ways I want to look at this is he's absolutely right about this, the Lover's card indicating the separation, this divorce. I kind of feel that with that reversed and right in the middle with the way that came up. And it almost describing this personally, to a T, because it's saying, yes, he's going to be kind of alone, he's going to be alone now. So when I think about it in those terms, I like what he said, that there might be some new beginnings, there might be something new for him. This could be a fresh start, particularly if there were some real bad issues in this relationship. It might end up being better for him, but I also had this feeling when I saw this card, and I saw it with the Hermit here, Marcia. I just want to say that maybe this is here because he needs, the pages are like the novices, or we could maybe even say in some decks they're considered like a child. And so I feel here that maybe he needs the love and support of his family right now, as he goes through this time and he ventures off now on his own.
Well, Marcia filled in a few things in the chat, and you might want to look at that. Apparently there were some problems with the other woman. An aunt who is probably your father's sister is living with him and helping, taking care, so that's good. I'm not sure that those things are things we saw there so much. I think that despite the fact that this may be hard on him for other reasons, he seems to have a sense of resilience about him. And you say that he's strong, and I think he'll be okay. I mean, I think that's the Hermit, he won't be alone because of the aunt, but he'll be alone in sense of a relationship, or at least at this time.
Well, actually, Mr. O, I think the cards do reveal that, some of that. I feel here with the, as a matter of fact, I think I said that it was probably a bad situation, which this person is already with someone else, and who knows, maybe that's what the page was talking about here. There was something else going on that led up to this separation and this aloneness. I mean, if you think about it that way, it's there. But I really feel here that he just needs support from others right now to let him know he's loved and cared for, and I think he'll do okay. I really feel, too, that this could also indicate a new beginning for him. I'm not going to rule that out. It's probably better. It's going to be better.
Right,
and
that cup seems to look like that.
That's good. That's awesome. So as long as he feels some support, I think he's going to be okay.
So the first card was the Lady, and the second card was the Heart. So I'm thinking Your
Ooh.
dad will be maybe working towards number 4. I don't know. I mean, first, like when you said he's getting divorced at 81, I thought, oh, that's sad to be married all those years and get divorced. Oh, it's the 3rd marriage. So sorry.
Well, that's just certainly
Happy for him.
interesting.
Yeah.
And it's possible too that he has to, maybe he did really have some strong feelings for this person too. This might be indicating that that's part of this. He has to let go a little bit of that. But of course, since she's with somebody else, I'm sure that's not very hard. You can't take anymore. Well, it's really funny this came up, Marcia, because I do have to say Mr. O could be spot on about this. It does look like a new woman who could capture his heart, but it could also mean somebody that he meets who's very caring and will help support him in some way, through this time.
I don't want to characterize your father, but I think we've all heard of people who have been married and they're older, like your father. They're in their 70s or 80s, and they've been married 3, 4, 5 times. And every time they get married again, it always seems like it's so much love is between them. And maybe the other person's been married a number of times too. And I think there's just a certain kind of heart that is always ready to be in love again, no matter how many times they've had these close loves before. And it may be something really hard for people to understand who maybe feel like the love of my life is the love of my life and nothing will ever replace that. But it's not necessarily true. I have a good friend whose father I know, he's a doctor, and he still has a girlfriend in his 90s.
Gosh.
And she wishes he would cool it down.
That's what we have for that situation, Marcia.
So don't worry too much. I think he'll be okay. Estelle, did you stick around? Because we could take your question now if you're here. But yeah, Marcia, I think your father probably loves being in love, and maybe he attracts women like that too, who also love being in love. So maybe it'll work better if there is another one in the future. And God and Goddess bless him at 81, still interested in having a fulfilling emotional relationship. That's awesome. I hope that's right. Go ahead, Estelle.
All right. After Estelle will be Kara, I believe. Yep. Okay.
Thanks, Marcia.
Hey,
Appreciate
you
that.
are welcome. Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you so much.
I really do hope things will be fine for him. You sound like a great daughter, and yeah, it's got to be rough being that far away from him. That's incredible.
Nova Scotia. I haven't been to many places in Canada, really. I've been to Stratford, I've been to Windsor, I've been to Toronto. I wish I could have done more traveling in Canada. I don't even have the right passport anymore to get over the darn bridge.
Yeah,
don't we need that passport thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're stuck here. We'll have to be smuggled over.
Yeah.
So we've been thinking about that. Like, if it gets really
crazy
weird,
in our country, though, Marcia, we may call on you to smuggle us over there. Yeah.
You'll help, right? Bless you, Marcia. That's wonderful.
It's funny, Carrie, you mentioned that because, I remember seeing a report when I was a little bit younger than I am now. Now I'm one of these old people. But, the thing is that old people can get really frisky, I guess. They have quite the singles life in some of these, resorts and stuff. I had no idea, really.
I read an article that was in the 90s, so it was 25 years ago, and it was talking about how senior residents, not exactly in traditional nursing homes, maybe more in senior resident areas, they were starting to have more STDs, including HIV. And it was because nobody thought being an older person having relations meant that they could catch something. They just figured, like, I'm just doing it here with Mabel, and she's, 65 too. But guess what? One of you had an STD and you gave it to the other.
Okay, is the cell's question hidden or something? Because
I'll look for a
we're
cell.
going to check
Hold
a
on.
cell. We're not sure why the question's not popping up.
Go ahead and type it in again, though, because it might be faster.
Well, he says you see my question.
No,
like
I
he
don't
did.
see it. I actually don't see
I
it.
understand that, but I mean, okay.
Well, you asked me and I looked. Okay. We don't have your question to sell, so you need to type it in again.
Yeah, try typing it again. We're sorry if there's something going wrong here.
Even Violet didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird, Angel? But I think some of the article, at least that article, poised the fact that because of their age, they just didn't think, HIV or something was something they had to worry about. And it was like literally, people in senior residences, some of them were in their 50s, they weren't really that old, but they were like all of a sudden having these problems, and they just didn't imagine that that would happen to them.
Yeah. Pretty much. Well, I don't know what happened here. I'm kind of concerned.
No, we don't see it, so I don't know what you're doing, but we're not seeing your question.
At all. I see this, so I'm not sure why I can't see your question if I see what you're writing now.
Right. We only see you asking if we see your question.
Yeah. And nothing's being held.
Right. Well, you can try and figure that out. We should try to get another person going here while you're doing that.
Marcia, I don't assume anything. But I'm glad you didn't ask about him. That's positive to me. Because I think Arthur needs a little time out, don't you?
Thanks for your donation.
But thank you so much for that donation, yes.
I see it here.
Your dad should be number one.
Yep.
All right. I just don't know what's going on with that.
Well, who is next?
Who's next is Kara.
Go ahead and type a
Go ahead,
question,
Kara. I'm a little concerned about that, though. I really don't like... There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to see his question. I wonder if I should get my tablet. I just happen to see if I see it somehow there.
Well, would that be like the other day when somebody wrote a question that only you saw?
No, I'm sure it's not.
Okay, Kara wants a general.
All right. Well, it's my deck this
I
time,
know.
so you can wait a minute while I just double check this because it bothers me.
Tell Kara she can wait a minute.
Kara can wait a minute. Kara's nice.
I am too. I don't get all picky because somebody did a card twice. I know. Can you see it? Can anyone see it?
Yeah, I've gone through the whole list even on my tablet and I don't see it.
Well, I'm not sure why none of us can see it.
All right, let's do Kara's question. General,
general.
reading. Got it.
And tomorrow is the one card poll. Well, 2 cards for each sign of the zodiac. My outlook on the emotional exchanges at 7 a.m. or whenever you happen to catch it.
It's truly a mystery to me. I know. I see. You guys are sweet. You see nothing from a cell? Oh, I
He
see.
says he's writing the question again. So
Okay.
we're going to keep your question if it does appear, and we'll do it right after this general reading.
Well, we didn't put you in a timeout or anything, so I'm not
No.
sure what happened there.
We're seeing other messages, so I don't know what it is.
I can't go in the studio and look because I can't distract myself further. But I'll have to check some of those settings I did. There's no reason we shouldn't be seeing your question.
No, it has
our
nothing to
end.
do with that because we're already seeing pieces
You
right.
say so. All right, shuffle.
How could it be?
How could it not be?
So you're saying it's possible that some of
I'm
his
saying it's
questions
possible.
are hidden?
I'm saying it's possible. I just don't know.
Okay.
I like to keep an open mind, especially since I'm really not sure what happened. No assumptions. Just the facts. The Queen of Swords says so. All right. We have the Ten of Pentacles upright. We have the Hermit reversed this time. Ooh, and we have the Six of Cups reversed. Interesting. So we're using my deck. And we're getting some of the same cards we had with your deck. Didn't we have the Hermit and...
Yeah,
no,
we did.
But in different readings. Okay.
I don't remember. Go on.
Well, Kara... this is a time to really connect. You know, now maybe you're feeling better and stuff. Hopefully everybody in the family is back together. And this is a time to kind of reconnect and feel your strength, feel your togetherness, your bond. This is a time to, come out of quarantine, so to speak.
Well, it may be true that what you realized is that maybe something from your past kind of gave you some strength or hope. Maybe something just really kind of pulled you through. But really, it's a whole family connection.
So this is a time if there's... and I'm trying to figure out how the Six of Cups fits into this. Something from the past there is kind of lingering. I would say this. I think that generally speaking, don't let this experience that you've just been through affect you negatively now moving forward. And of course, it sounds like you had a pretty mild case, so I really can't see that, but don't let it affect you too much, Just do what you would normally do during a pandemic. Just try to stay a little bit safe. Just because you had this doesn't mean that, you can, you're going to be perfectly immune now, because it just depends. Sometimes you may get a recurrence. So don't let down your guard. Don't do anything, foolish. But it says that you can pretty much, I think, return to normal again, along with your family.
I agree with that, and the Six of Cups reverse was the most interesting.
We see your question, Estelle.
Yeah, we do see it.
Thank you. We'll get to you next.
Was the most interesting part of this in a way, because it's the hardest to figure, but I'm wondering if maybe it's just saying that this is sort of a resolve that you take with you. Maybe it reminds you of other times in the past where you felt your problems were isolating you from your family or from life, and that now you can kind of take this with you and be mindful of that too, that you watch out for your health too.
That's true. Yeah, I'm going to do the Lenormand. I'll do that. But I think this is a good time for just having time with family and just feeling the sense that things are more normal again, But hey, normal, for example, for me, is still wearing masks, still being careful what I do, And so it's saying don't be jaded. Don't think things are, back to, that everything is back to normal. Sonny's here.
Asleep. I did that because Buddy Blue mentioned.
Yes, you can hug your mom now. Absolutely. Yay.
That's got to be great.
I'll move that. All right. So there's the dog card and the crossroads card. Well,
which was first?
The dog. Well, so I'm wondering here if you're on the, if you're really thinking about some of the friendships and relationships now you've had, maybe, you're thinking of, I'm wondering here if maybe you're thinking of letting some old friend, some friends go that just have not been there for you, or maybe you've had a falling out with. That Six of Cups might be influencing this a little bit. Do you see that? Yeah.
I got a feeling.
Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe...
That's what I'm saying.
I don't remember if we discussed this at all, and I think you said you think you were exposed through your parents, and I'm wondering if maybe they were exposed through somebody who has a relative connection to you from the past, and I'm wondering if this is saying something about that. But it could also be saying, too, that, of course, now you, no matter how it happened, you do have to think about who has your back, who's, you may be at a crossroads now about
whether family or friends.
Right, who's taking you seriously in your concerns. Maybe other people were feeling like, I don't care about that anymore. And then what happened? Your family was exposed.
I like what he's saying here. And I can't remember everything, that goes on Twitter, but didn't you mention something before of somebody visiting before you guys got the virus, so that was maybe how you got exposed? So I'm wondering if it's about that. You're questioning now how loyal or how much you can trust, people who, that you thought you could trust.
Well, it's a free country, but some people have different ways of thinking about these concerns, or maybe they trivialize their own concerns as well as others because they don't get it.
Right. I mean, right now on Twitter, for example, I'm seeing a lot of talk from yo-yos about, I get so angry when I still see people wearing masks. Like, who do they think they're protecting? I'm trying to protect me. I'm trying to protect others. I'm still trying to protect people, but I'm also really doing it for me, because I still think part of the reason I haven't got COVID is because I have been wearing the masks where I go out places. So, they claim that masks are more for the protection of others, but I wonder, I do think that they offer protection for the self as well, and I will continue to wear them.
Hi, Jano.
Hey, Jano. I'll get you on the list.
That's interesting, Kara.
So that's what we have for you.
So good luck, and we're glad you're feeling better.
So it was a little bit interesting, but I really think it was reflecting on what you've just been through, and the fact with the Hermit reversed, there's kind of a return to the real world again. You can come out of isolation now. All right.
Okay, so you should do your cards for Selvin.
I will. A different one.
And I'm going to remind us about his question.
Yeah, please do. I know it's about business.
Right. Sel wants to start a business, wants to sell their product on Wildberry's online store like Amazon. Any message?
Okay. Let's go through and see what they say about, any kind of obstacles or good stuff that awaits you in doing that. I'm sorry we had problems getting your question, Asal. I'm not sure, but we saw it now.
Well, it looks like you came on with a different identity or something.
Okay.
It's a different color. It's not the usual purple color.
Oh. Sunny, don't rip my cloth. Don't rip my sunny cloth. Oh my gosh. We definitely have an issue in this household. Though, we were napping earlier and kind of snuggling close, and Sunny was not having any of that. No.
He doesn't like us being right next to each other like that.
Even if we're just laying next to each other, he's like, I gotta get between them somehow. He just kept rolling on my side, nudging me, all the stuff. Like, I'm gonna keep you awake if you're not gonna let me get between you. All right. Hey, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is reversed. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. Well, oh, poo. We got a lot of reversals here, but I don't want that to discourage you, Sal. I think there's just some sound advice here for you. First off, don't expect immediate success. That's a given with the Ace of Wands reversed. It just indicates that it might take a little bit longer for you to achieve, your goals. And hey, we've been at this for 3 years now, and we've just been crawling up the ladder with subscribers. So we know all about patience. So you got to be a little bit patient with it. But also, be sure that you don't make any rash decisions, that could set you back further because you're worried about your progress. So in other words, keep a logical head around you. Don't let your emotions get the best of you, and just keep moving forward. The Three of Wands reversed indicates that there may be, one thing you might want to do is just look at your whole plan and make sure, there's not anything that you need to adjust, to tweak a little bit. Maybe you want to look at what your expectations are out of this business and, either lower them or, make them higher depending on how things are going. I would say this, don't expect immediate success, but look for the little positive signs that things are moving in the right direction. And if they're not, really don't make any hasty decisions. Give it a lot of good thought and seek out advice from others who might be able to help you.
So yes, the overall indication, the Ace of Wands and the Three of Wands reversed, is kind of like this may go slower than you might want it to, but it might not be bad to do that. Now, to me, I look at that reverse Queen of Wands, and I'm just saying maybe that says, on my part, be prepared to make harsh decisions to some degree. They're not necessarily made wrongfully or without knowledge, but they're just sort of like, no, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to do this because it's a bottom line issue of some sort. So the thing is that if you are working with other people, or if other people have stakes there, those decisions are possibly not going to make you their fan. But overall, you're in charge here, and I think it's really saying be prepared for the startup to be slow, and those decisions that you have to make maybe really are about the idea that maybe the plan doesn't start off exactly, and there might have to be some immediate changes, plug and go things there. So just be ready to be in for the long haul, but there's nothing that says you can't try.
Seek out advice from others. Oftentimes even on social media, there's a lot of people that will offer help and advice. Seek advice from people who are trying to do or who have done successfully what you've done, what you're trying to do.
Pro tip, get a few tips from Banshee's Material Matters on Sundays. And you don't have to be there live, you can just watch that show whenever. But she has some good business information there, so check it out.
Aw, thank you, Mr. O.
Why, you bet. Sonny the Cat Perone. I like it.
Sonny's my boy, what can I say?
Lenormand for you, Asal.
So are you doing all of this yourself, Asal, or are you thinking of partnering with someone? The reason I ask is because the first card I drew, you can put that down, is the lady, and then the dog. The dog has come up again. And so I feel here there could be a friend or somebody who might be able to help you. But failing that, if you are doing this alone, with your little sister. Well, that was my first impression when I saw this card, that you were doing this with somebody else close to you. This person might be a real asset to you and be able to help you out, believe it or not, even if she is your little sister. The other thing I might add is this could just also be reflective of you here. And it's saying here you need to remain loyal, and you need to remain steadfast and dedicated to what you want to do here in order to make it work.
I like it. I think that is very interesting to put that in that context there. And I would suppose that maybe, you know, this is a person who you really feel trust you, or that you feel you can trust. And therefore, if there are some, you know, decisions that make you look like you're a little bit stern, a little bit bossy, you know, this is the kind of person you want to be your partner, because they probably understand your moods and your drives. And ultimately, they're going to want to share your ambition too with you. So
I like it.
That's a nice thing.
Oh,
What's wrong?
I'm stuck on a wheel.
Is that like being hooked on a feeling?
No, it's worse.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
All right, I feel better now. Okay, so that's what we have for you. You know what? It looks like any startup business. There's going to be some struggles at first. That's what it looks like. It won't take off overnight, but don't give up. Don't give up.
I would say that the cards say, you know, you probably will, you know, work hard, but it'll happen eventually. There may be some ups and downs, but
And check with us again. You
Yeah.
know, as this thing is moving forward, definitely ask again. All right. Let's move on to Angel Rivera.
alrighty. So I'm going to use my Dame Fortune wheel. I can
Single
pick it up.
card.
Alrighty. Well, I will put the significator up there.
Dealer's choice on deck. All right.
Husson's Dame Fortune wheel.
Gosh, I'm on a deck buying sabbatical at the moment, but you know, Llewellyn is coming next week. I highly recommend that. You know, it's a great free conference where you get tidbits from all the authors of Llewellyn and creators. And it's a lot of fun. It's a little over a week of fun. I really enjoy it. They'll probably have a sale for people who attend. I think it's a 30% off sale. They also have a lot of giveaways, so you know, you can enter their contests.
Hi, Swathi.
I will be definitely spending a lot of time there. So if you don't see me on social media a lot next week, that's why. Hey, Swathi.
I think she did.
Yeah, oh, about your question? Yes. If that was it. Let me go.
Well, I hope you like this, Mr. Angel. You have the reverse Ten of Swords.
Oh. Well, the worst is over.
The worst is over, or some particularly bad situation has kind of ended. Maybe there was some pain, but you did get over it.
Yeah, I feel that, you know, there may have been either some backstabbing, some weird situations going on. It sure sounds like a workplace thing to me. But of course, you know, I don't know what's going on in your personal life now, but I feel that there may have been some stuff there that feels like a sense of betrayal.
Nearly all the swords have those kind of feelings about them. The ideas of strife and enmity between people and stuff like that.
Oh, you meant Swathi. Okay, Violet. All right, gotcha. Do the bottom. Yeah, let's see what we got. Let's make matters worse. Oh, no.
But you have the Page of Coins, the Knave of Coins, and he's kind of like another version of the Fool in a way. He has the little dog at his feet.
Yeah, I like this version. It's interesting.
And I do find that the Page of Coins always has a kind of mystical quality. It's not really necessarily talking about a message about your financial thing. It's maybe more about the whole mystical interconnectedness of life, the bounty of life as it influences almost everything in a way. So maybe this is saying really that despite the idea of something really ending, a message, you know, ending in a good way, but, you know, like ending, you know, but now, you know, you're moving over into maybe a more introspective, mystical quality of, you know, examining that, perhaps, what that was.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I know what you mean. You probably haven't gone through anything as earth-shaking as the Ten of Swords might imply. But it does look like it is just saying now, you know, things might be stabilizing more for you in the workplace. Also, this seems to be a time where you could start something new. Whether this is financial, it's really more, I think, work-oriented or perhaps study-oriented. Perhaps you're thinking of taking up something new. You know, you're reading a book for learning something, for example, as opposed to just pleasure reading. Or you're maybe taking a course or going to some workshops. It looks like something new.
Right, the way for some future knowledge is sort of opening up for you. Maybe you're getting a glimmer of that in the aftermath of that.
Yeah, so I don't know. It is a
Llewellyn.
What?
Llewellyn.
Llewellyn, yes. Oh. I just want to steal them. I love that deck. I do.
All right. Good luck with that, Violet.
Ooh, body detox. I was just listening to a detox binaural thing last night. It's really intense. It was really good.
There's that dog again.
No, it's not. Oh! I was going to say, it looks like birds to me. What are you talking about?
You're full of bird.
Well, this speaks to me about a lot of collaboration or talk or chatter with colleagues or friends or associates in some way. So it almost does sound like some kind of discussion group or workshop or meeting, a brainstorming meeting, something like that.
Maybe the Ten of Swords represents something that's more than individual to you. Like maybe it was something that a group of people or situation faced together, you know, and so maybe this would be talking about that collaboration, examination, or introspection on that with people. And maybe it's not even work, it just could be with your circle of friends or some other, you know, important group of people because of the dog aspect.
Oh, wow, that's interesting, Swathi. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute or two.
Oh, really?
But it's good that, you know, I think that's a good choice you've made to drift away. It's kind of an unfocused reading to me, really, Angel. I just feel here, maybe too, the combination of those cards make a little bit more sense to me in the back now, where, you know, maybe a period of uncertainty or difficulties. It doesn't necessarily have to be betrayal is behind you now, so that you can now move on to something new. And I feel it's at work in some way, whether it's a project, whether it is a workshop, something that you are learning, etc. And I do feel like maybe there's going to be some type of collaborative project going on here with the birds and the dog.
You know what was funny? I was looking at this little blue square here, and I said, is that a book falling? But it probably isn't a book falling.
No, it looks like a diamond. No, it's the Seven of Diamonds, dear.
Well, why isn't it red like a diamond should be?
Well, that's interesting because notice here's the Ten of Hearts. That's the way they put the card association on this one. I know.
I still wanted it to be a book falling.
Well, when I looked at it and I saw the 7 hanging off of it, for some reason I thought it was a graduate's hat.
Yes, I saw that too because of it looks like the tassel or something. No, it's a 7.
So, but it's really the 7 of Diamonds.
Okay.
Getting a little carried away with the imagery on the cards.
I don't know what to say.
So that's what we have for you, Angel. Good luck with that. Well, let us know if anything comes up, because I'm interested if you end up in some kind of group of some sort. All right, Libra, I believe, is next. Am I right?
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's
You're
a
welcome.
gorgeous Lenormand. I really do like it. It's just very vibrant, the colors. The art is nice too, really. I like colors. Oh, see that? I did miss somebody. I missed Deep Shaika.
Yeah, they snuck in.
I got them in. Okay. Okay, Libra, we await you. I'm just out of announcements today, I guess.
Yeah, well, we're...
It's been a really weird week here, really. That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little blow up at the blood center when I had to get my blood test on Tuesday. They messed up my paperwork. And then they tried to give me a blood test I didn't need. And it was like very frustrating. Feeling a little bit of the Aries fire that day. So I had to go home, find my paperwork, go back. Anyway. Water under the bridge now. Libra Cusp, are you there? Hello, Libra. We're going to have to move on.
Did they already leave a question sometimes?
Did they?
I don't know. Sometimes they just want a general, but sometimes they want to mention an omen.
Right.
I'm looking to see if I can determine that. No.
No, I'm not seeing it.
Well, we'll give Libra another moment.
Yeah, we'll give Libra one more moment, and then we'll move on to Buddy. We can always fit Libra in
And
later.
Buddy already gave us a question, too,
Oh,
about
did they?
their cat. Wondering if their cat is still with them because their cat passed away in February.
Oh.
There it is. Should we just do that question now?
Yeah.
I have it right here.
My cards?
It could be your card.
So what is the question exactly?
Their cat died February 21st. Is she still with me and will come back to me as a different cat?
Oh. Okay, that's a little multifaceted.
I should have brought my ghost tarot.
Let's see if the cat is still with you, and then we can ask the other question as a yes-no. How about
Okay.
that? Okay. Hey, Mr. O.
We're going to move on with Buddy Blue's question and see if
Yeah.
Libra drops a question in after that.
I'm using the big deck.
Oh, no. So we do have some other work to do. We just don't have anything finalized that we can announce it, but we are
Right.
going to be working on probably several unboxing videos over the next week or so.
I really want to fit the prediction one in, though, because
have to do
so
that.
much is happening right now. We really need to do a prediction video for the U.S. and world. Mostly U.S. concerns, though, I think. Maybe a little bit of the war mixed in. All right, Mr. Oh, there's something
Is it okay if
funny
they close
about
the
my
list?
deck here. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what it is. There's some mess with the cards. Well, basically, we did the U.S. world predictions in the beginning. This is just like an update, so we want to see what the rest of the year is holding. And we might ask some more specific-y questions in there.
Yeah, we do world predictions too from time to time, Swati.
Yeah, we have. Is that a theme? Right, for
Theme.
videos on our. Do we have videos in the video list for
There's
that?
a playlist.
There's a playlist for our prediction videos on YouTube. We even predicted the Super Bowl 3 times. Twice.
We failed the last time.
We failed the last time, so we're 1-1. So we'll see how it goes this next year. We like to challenge ourselves and challenge the cards and see what they have to say.
Yes, it is a challenge, but it's one that we think we're pretty good with.
Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles, which is interesting in a way. Wow, we have the Queen of Swords upright. She's kind of interesting too there.
She looks like Amy Winehouse.
But then the Seven of Swords is reversed. So in relation to, is your cat still with you?
I would say maybe not 24/7, like, just hovering around, but that maybe they're bopping in and out. That I'm getting from the Seven of Swords reverse.
I was almost wondering if they're not really revealing themselves. When I saw that Seven of Swords reversed, I just had this feeling that maybe they're kind of, there, but they're not really letting you know they're there. I feel they're earthbound when I see the Page of Pentacles here, like they may still be attached here. That's another kind of thing I'm sensing here. But then I'm wondering about the Queen of Swords.
Well, I just sort of feel that they have subtle reasons to be here. One of them may be just to sort of encourage you to keep moving on with your life. They don't want you to forget them, but they don't want you to be too sorry for them. They sort of want you to pick up the sword and lead again. The idea of being earthbound to some degree is also sitting with the idea that maybe they can still kind of give you little flashes of intuition. That's that mystical quality from the Page of Pentacles. So it may be that they feel they encourage you to move on, but they're still sharing a little bit of wisdom with you. And like I said, they're not here exclusively. They just sort of pop in now and then.
Yeah, I can
Or
sort
I feel
of.
that.
I feel like they're checking up on you, but they're not making their presence really known. Do you really feel the animal around you? Do you really feel that animal around you right now? Because I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I get the feeling that they may not be making their presence known so much, but that they are present.
It's a cat thing, let's face it. They can live in your house and you only see them once a day, twice a day. Dinner time.
Well, not with Sonny here.
Well, Sonny is that exception. He heard his name, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Sonny.
Now you did it.
Hi, Sonny.
He says, "You want me there?
Come
I'm
on.
coming."
That's my boy. Yes.
Let's do the Lenormand on this, and then we're going to do a yes/no to see if your cat will come back as another cat. I suppose we could have done a yes/no on this question, too. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I vaguely did.
Was it a male or a female cat? If I may ask.
Thank you. Okay, was the lady the first one?
Yeah,
All right, so we keep in that lady
I know.
and the rider.
Well, I think this almost ties in with what Mr. O said, that this cat is with you, but is not with you all the time. They move around a lot. They're here, but they're not always with you.
And you know what I feel? Like maybe if you sensed somehow this cat has the ability to come back to you, that maybe it also visits other people that its other lives have been with. So maybe it's, bopping in. It's got a lot of work to do, buddy.
Well, let's do that. Let's do a quick yes no on now that you moved him, I have nowhere to go here.
You want me to start and you can work on moving?
I guess he's given me a space here. Excuse me while I lean in. To where I can shuffle. I was almost wondering if it was a female cat, because of course we got the lady card there. Shuffle and cut, and I'll cut. If Sunny allows me to.
You never answered the question.
What question?
The one Violet asked.
Oh.
About the list. I tried to point it out to you, and then you saw the question that came after it, or the comment after it, so you...
And you know what? This is weird about my computer. It doesn't want me to go up the list much. You're closing the list. Well, we'll see, Violet. If somebody comes in, I mean, there is time. We're here till 9. I know that the show is on tonight, the thing, but we've got so few people that if somebody comes in, we'll probably take them. But don't feel bad if you have to leave, We'll just see how it goes. And there may not be others. It may be a moot point. All right, let me count. And I think you could have answered that, Mr. O2.
You sleep with her ashes.
4.
Aw.
6, 7, 8. 12. Okay. Sorry, Violet. But like I said, feel free to move if you have to. Move on. 5, 6, 7. It's such a slow night that I'm sure we can handle it if you want to go off.
So Buddy Blue says the cat was female.
Interesting. Okay. Oh my goodness. Sunny does not make this easy. I got 1. So it's leaning towards no, that they will not come back as another cat of yours. The 2 of Swords is reversed. I find this very interesting, along with, Buddy, the fact that the Hanged Man is also reversed. And then we have the Ace of Cups as the card that says it's leaning towards no. I mean, it's not a definite no, but this is why I think it's leaning towards no. I feel they're moving on to other experiences with other people. They appreciated and valued, I'm sure, the experience they had with you, but that 2 of Swords indicates they're moving. That they will probably be incarnating and moving on elsewhere. And I think the Hanged Man fits in with that nicely too, don't you?
She came back as a blind cat. I agree with that mostly. I just thought I would reference that because they said that.
Oh.
You gotta keep
funny.
up.
Oh, that's because he had a dream. She came back as a blind cat.
So
that's interesting that the 2 of Swords has a blindfold. Yes. Hi, Benita. Hey, good to see you. We will add you to the list. It's not very long, so we'll get you on there.
No, I think this just kind of says that probably the idea that the suspension has been released, that, and I'm not going to try to hurt anybody's feelings, but I sort of think cats are they don't have the exact same kind of souls we have. They have a pretty cool soul, but I think cats just kind of move on. I don't know.
Well, I know for a fact that there have been experiences people have had where they're sure their cat has come back to them in another form. I have heard this numerous times, so I'm not going to rule
Anything's
that
possible. I can't rule it
anything
out.
is possible. But I feel with what the cards are leaning towards here, and especially remember we had the rider in the Lenormand too. So I feel this cat is going to transit eventually. But right now they're kind of keeping with you and checking on you quietly at the moment.
Sure.
So good luck with that. All right. All of my cats have been so unique. I really don't think any of them are incarnates of the previous cat we had.
Yes, Juliet, we put you on the list.
Oh, yeah, sure. I didn't see you come in, Juliet.
Hi,
Right
Benita.
there. Who else?
They were before Benita.
Okay. Working with the computer is not the same as my tablet. I'm just going to say that. So no even. All right, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. And we are on. So Libra, did you come back? As if you did, we'll take you. If not, we're going to move on to Jano. Jano, why don't you go ahead and type your question, and we'll see if Libra returns. We are doing okay. It's just been a crazy week for me, that's all. I just glad it's winding down. I also noticed that my chat even moves up slower on this thing than it did with the other. Oh, Deep Shaika's up, and then Jano. Whoops. Thank you, Violet. I had forgot to add him, and then I kind of squeezed him in here, so I didn't notice that. Go ahead, Deep Shaika. Apologies, Violet. I just don't like the computer being that far, and I can't do anything because of the way he lays in front of it. So my tablet was a little bit better for that. But see, I have to go down here. I can't do it. I could touch my screen.
Well, we'll be back on Sunday with another live stream at 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Or people are coming in and out, which happens on occasion too. So let's give Deep Shaika another minute or two, and then we'll move on. Trying to think if I have anything else to kill time with here. Anything to show off, but I don't. I don't. Haven't bought anything new in at least a few days. No, I'm just kidding. Longer than that. All right, well. Aw.
Thanks, Buddy Blue.
Thank you, buddy.
We appreciate your support too. Thank you.
All right. Anthony.
Hi, Anthony.
Hi there. Okay. Well, now it's 8:30, and so now I say after Anthony, let's close the list. Although, as you can see, we might be skipping over some people anyway. So, Deep Shaika, answer now or we're moving on. Okay, let's move on to Jano.
Jano is up.
Yes, sleepy sunny boy. Don't mess with my keyboard.
I think they say cats sleep 14 hours out of 24, something like that. It's a lot. It's probably half of the day.
Not kittens, but cats.
I said cats.
Yeah. I'm saying kittens are all over the place.
Sunday.
Okay, we'll give Jano a few minutes, and if not, then we'll move on to the next person on the list.
If I didn't know better, I'd say there's something with Mercury.
Well, it's been kind of goofy. It sure has. Oh, look at him. He's moving the cursor on my keyboard. See? I can't have this. It's not going to work for me. Maybe Sunny has to sit on your side now.
That's funny. Hey, you never know, though, right?
I'm thinking that might work. Your dog was a cat in a past life. Didn't we have a cat we thought acted like a dog? I'm trying to remember. One of our cats.
There are some cats that act like dogs.
I used to call the dog cat, but I can't remember which one now. It's not clicking. Was it? It wasn't.
Well, I'm almost ready to take the next question that comes through.
Yeah, Jano is not responding either. Maybe they just came to say hi. It's possible. All right, I'm moving on. Swati, you are up. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. I just realized I should check Pilot's list before I say that. Well, look how fast the list moves. Sometimes it's like that. We used to have a show, some of our Sunday shows, that would happen a lot. People would just disappear. And so we'd go through the list really fast all of a sudden.
And it's usually in that last half hour. All of a sudden, people that have been waiting, they're gone, and we just cut through the list.
So.
Is that a question, though, Swati?
No.
I know.
Go ahead and type your question, Swati. Jano is not here, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Do you just want a general reading? Or do you just not want a reading? That's fine either way.
No one wants us.
Apparently not.
Wake me up when the next question comes in. Do you guys have a later time change? I don't think I understand that.
The time change got you today.
Just that we're on later, or?
Oh, or just because the time changed there, maybe. I mean, just the fact you're out there. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I guess that's what you want then. When will you get married?
When will you get married? Okay, well, let's see what we can come up with there. Is that your deck this time or mine?
It could be mine.
Yeah, because I think I used the big deck for the last.
Don't overthink it.
I'm not.
Well, you're the one that thinks it has to go this way, this way, this way.
Arr. Yeah, Julia, we will get to you right after Swati. We've got the list together. We've just been skipping over names, so actually it's gone faster to get down to you guys. So it's Swati, Julia, and then Benita, I believe, and then our moderator. Oh, and then Anthony, and then our moderator.
I don't trust you.
Well, you know.
That wasn't meant to be funny.
And look, I can't do anything again. Why even hand me the cards? I can't shuffle. I can't shuffle.
We're having a breakdown.
This set is not working. I used my laptop today, and it just doesn't work with Sunny here. I have to go back to my tablet. We did it because I thought I might need more moderator controls than I was able to use on my tablet because of the recent problems we were having. But maybe it's not as necessary.
Well, don't make me try to liven up this show.
We're all in trouble then. If he starts dancing on the table.
Oh, I have a better idea than that. So, Swati, there's a 10 of Wands here for you. And there's an 8 of Wands. Jeez.
Yeah, that sure is interesting.
And there's a 2 of Wands, and that one's reversed. The others were not reversed.
Well, there's a mix of energy here for sure. Don't spread, the 8 of Wands is usually positive. Lots of energy, a lot of connecting with others right now, trying to sort things out. Sometimes it seems like it's a little overwhelming and burdening you, bringing you down a little bit, having to, deal with some of the energies that are coming at you in this regard. The 2 of Wands reversed indicates that, there just may be some delays in this happening. I don't think it's going to happen real soon. What do you say?
It mostly feels like this is a situation that you don't feel you have enough control over, and you feel that although there's a lot of energy and need for you to move faster in this regard or desire to do that, there seems to be obligations of some sort, and I don't think they're necessarily, well, I don't know, are they obligations you have that maybe you're not totally accepting, or are they obligations that come to you that are there to hinder you from your progress? Are things coming at you that hinder you from your progress, make it harder for you to find a way to move ahead, despite the fact that there's a lot of energy and sort of guidance of your own towards your goal here?
I feel as though maybe you are struggling to find the person who will really meet your standards and that really truly you can accept on your terms. I don't know, when I see that 2 of Wands reversed there, I'm feeling that there's just something that, there's a lot coming at you right now, but it just seems as though some of it is really seeming more oppressive, like they're not right for you. You get a heavy feeling from some of this.
You don't want to accept it.
You don't want to accept it. So, that's why I'm saying that doesn't seem to be happening immediately. I want to see if the Lenormand can give me a better shot at timing here. Because looking at those cards, like the 8 wants to speed things up. The 8 is about speed and movement. But the 10 is kind of about things that are slowing you down. So it's really kind of a push-pull energy going on here, Swati.
Do wands talk about a particular season or time period? Because they're all wands.
Yeah, and I forget what it is. It's not,
Is it fall?
I think it's fall. I think it's autumn, but I'm not for certain. No, I had a little cheat sheet I made on that because I always forget what seasons they are. And you were supposed to do it, and I forgot.
First card?
Yes.
The Tower. The Moon. Well, I wonder if, despite that stuff, there is an idea maybe that it could happen maybe in the fall or in a couple of falls. You know, there's 3 there, so maybe it's like not one fall, but maybe it's more than one fall. Because the Tower itself could represent the idea of marriage.
The institution
of marriage. And the Moon is about is nearly the most fortuitous symbol in the Lenormand, indicating romantic things happening. It could also just be saying too that maybe it's a matter of time. Once again, you got the clock literally right there. So my ultimate answer is that it will happen, but it just doesn't seem to be able to be pinned to a schedule that anyone would like maybe.
I would feel that, I mean, if you're really hoping for something to happen this year, it probably would be after the fall that something might click. But I wonder here too if it's just saying, you know, it's funny, this does have the clock on it, yeah. That, you know, time is important here. Maybe the idea that too, in time marriage will happen, and maybe you need to focus less on the time, but focus more on what it is that may be holding you back or causing burdens or oppression to you right now with these offers and stuff. I think you said that things were happening in the love department for you in a previous chat message up there. And so maybe it's time to just not spread yourself too thin, but to be more selective about, you know, the offers that you are getting.
Right. I mean, you say offers, but the card more talks about obligations. So I'm wondering if these are things that seem like offers, but when you review them or look at them, they all have little hidden prices or hidden conditionalities. And so maybe that adds to the confusion or the idea, you know, that maybe you should just, you want the control, you want to be released.
Well, this, you know, I first thought you wanted to know the when of marriage. Now, that's another question you're asking there. And I think that maybe we should hold that off for Sunday. This was more about the when. And I think what it's saying is it's not really clear to happen yet. And, you know, it's certainly reflecting the fact that a lot is happening here, Swathi, with that 8 of Wands. That was my first impression when I saw that card. Is like, oh my goodness, there's a lot happening here. And the 10 of Wands just is saying it's getting to be kind of a burden for you. So you need to find a way to narrow it down a little bit. And my best advice, from what I can at least see in the cards here, is that, you know, you need to look for someone who truly matches you, meets with your plans, who has the same goals, dreams, and ambitions, you know, especially as far as, you know, marriage and family goes, that you have. And so, because that 2 of Wands is reversed there. And so you definitely are tired of paddling towards people who just are not the right match for you.
It's a curious reading because the 8 of Wands talks about all this energy and speed to want to direct you towards something.
Yeah.
But the other things are sort of saying, make sure you're sure. Where's my magic wand?
Oh.
I would turn me into a toad, but that would be redundant.
Well, I think that's all the cards want to tell us today. It's just a very interesting conundrum here, so we got to leave it at that.
Let's try it again Sunday, maybe.
Let's try it again Sunday, or let's try, more importantly, how you can narrow it down. What is it you need to do to narrow it down? Let's do that on Sunday if you come back, or next Thursday. Let's try that. So that's what we have for you. It does seem to be a little bit of a mixed bag here today. Good luck with that. And let's move on to Juliet, I believe.
Thank you. I did a little comedy about a good 40 years ago.
Oh, gosh.
Should I mention it? No.
We'll go to Juliet and then Benita.
Well,
and then Anthony.
I hope we can get to the bottom of that for you. Today's not our best day.
Well, I think the cards have been a little bit ambiguous at times.
In some cases, yeah.
I felt that way too with Angel's reading a little bit. Angel Rivera.
So this little wand is actually a pen too. There's a little pen in there.
Which probably doesn't work anymore.
Probably doesn't work anymore. But this was given to me by my old friend Virginia. Virginia. You're welcome.
At a hospital library you used to work at?
That is correct. All right, and there's Juliet's question.
All right. Okay. Let's see what we have.
You're welcome, Swathi.
What's this one?
I got a new fan today. Somebody who follows us on Instagram and Twitter subscribed to us because they saw I did goth tarot on Wednesday mornings, and I guess they wanted to be a good goth person too, so they subscribed. That was really nice.
That was very nice. Well, and she follows on Instagram too.
Yes,
right?
I mentioned that.
Okay, yeah. I've moved my computer, so now you're going to see less of Sunny, I guess. But sorry, I need
he's not
this
here anyway.
space.
Where'd he go?
Well, I guess the food bowl didn't call. Maybe he took off.
Maybe Kara left. Nope, Kara's still here.
Maybe he realized he wasn't front and center like he liked.
Yes. Some little crystals and little jasper, maybe? Oh, sorry.
Well, I've got the Ten of Cups reversed. I don't like to see that here. The Knight of Cups is reversed. Oh, good grief. And another 10. The Ten of Pentacles are reversed.
Yow, 2 10s reversed.
Gee, Juliet. Now, remember, this is only a snapshot in time. What are their intentions? Well, I feel right now they may be a little bit confused themselves about their intentions. The Knight of Cups is reversed there. It's kind of like sometimes maybe they're hot, sometimes maybe they're cold. I don't know if that's true or if you find that, or maybe that's the way they're processing things internally right now. And they're just not sure. Yeah, go on.
Well, I was just going to say that could also say, too, that they don't follow strongly, like maybe they're hot and then they back off a little bit. So are they the kind of person that maybe, disappears once in a while? I don't know. But yeah, the hot cold thing, like maybe they're just still testing the waters themselves.
The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. Well, I think things are just saying right now that they don't, they're taking this not quite that seriously. That's a tough call.
It is possible that maybe the Ten of Cups means that they're still trying to understand what their emotional connection is. Maybe they still feel, connected to other people, so they haven't really decided. The Ten of Pentacles may indicate that to some degree they might be thinking about whether financially or materially they're ready to go in any deeper into a relationship. Maybe they're wondering, if other things besides emotional quality are also strong enough to support a relationship? Do you have outside activities that are mutual enough, or is there divergence there? Do you know if your friends may like each other, if that's possibly involved?
You know, it's interesting he said that, because I was wondering too if, he's feeling, how would you fit in with his family? How would you fit in with, with friends? And some of the social activities that he likes, that the partner likes to do. And I feel here that, I sense that strongly, Juliet, that, with these two reversed here, definitely taking it slow for now. It's definitely not interested in committing at this time. I think it's kind of a wait and see thing, and like sometimes he's really more strongly into the idea of being with you or closer with you, and then other times maybe not so.
So it just may be somebody who really is very much on the fence. It's actually hard for me to feel that person's resonance with you. I'm not saying I don't feel it at all, but I'm sort of wondering if maybe they really are ultimately on the fence. I'm not saying this means that they won't change their mind. It could just be that with everything else going on in our world right now, they're just giving themselves more time, to think about,
Stay
everything.
here. You can't come here. Sorry.
So, I guess I get to pull him this time?
Yeah, you can pull him, especially since I'm distracted by Sunny, who has returned.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't have done that.
Well, I did. He's back.
The camera head itself just swivels from where it's at.
I know. It's close. Okay.
Hold out your hand.
No.
Wait, we got one more for you.
Yeah, we're going to do the Lenormand. Sorry, Juliet. Let's see if this... Okay.
She distracted me.
Juliet.
The sun, followed by the whip. This is actually kind of interesting. The rod, it says. I wonder if he's going to change all of a sudden.
Well, I think there might be a shift in his perspective. That, in other words, I wouldn't give up on this. It may just click with him all of a sudden, like Mr. O is suggesting here. The whip is there, and it means fast action towards success. And so I sort of feel like maybe there'll be a happy ending here of some sort. Things might deepen. But it may take some... It just will happen all of a sudden on its own. And you'll wonder, whoa.
It's kind of funny, like maybe this is just the kind of person who is an ultimate poker face.
Could be somebody that acts on impulse a lot, too. I don't know if that's true about this person, but I'm wondering about that, too, if just finally it'll all click. And, that this will... I would just say don't give up on this right now. Don't do any rash actions. Maybe that is why this is here, because there may be success to come.
Well, the other thing, too, is that nothing here really said the quality of the relationship was false. It was just sort of more ambiguous than anything. This is our more definitive stuff here. So I think it's just like maybe there was a holding pattern going on, but it may change really abruptly in your favor.
Yeah, so see, I wondered if there were outside influences like that. And that's where the Ten of Pentacles reversed and the Ten of Cups comes in. So, it might just be maybe he's going to eventually be able to look beyond that, and, things will work out. So give it a little bit more time. Give it some time.
I could see now with what you said where those reverse tens kind of figure into that, because those talk about maybe more tens are kind of structural to whatever suit they're in, so they could represent families or teams or things like that.
I kind of alluded to that with how fitting in with the family. Yeah. So don't give up yet. That's my advice. Don't give up yet.
Well, Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, I mean, but in a way I kind of understand, this
It's
is
rough.
the world we live in.
Well, we had our own little hiding from people in our lives.
I wasn't going to say anything.
But anyway, we're not going to go there now into our history. All right.
I will have a tell-all biography someday.
Benita, you are up, and I know you posted a question back a ways, I think. Good luck, Juliet.
Good luck, Juliet.
There it is. I loved a guy for 6 years, and he broke up with me for another girl. Now they both have a girl child. He's happy in his videos, media, but I'm not even able to move on. Trying to forget him. Oh, is that... It's not exactly a question.
Yeah, Benita, do you want to sort of phrase it as a question, or are we just going to work with that?
Do you want to know how to move on from him, or what is it exactly? What's the question? Hey, okay, Swathi, take care. Take care. We'll see you
Thanks, Swathi.
soon.
How far did you have to go back for Benita?
Oh, it was a little ways. Not super far. Here it is. It's the time change after Anthony said the time change.
Well, I think that the question is mostly about that.
Aw, thank you, Swati.
Okay, so is that what we're doing, Benita?
Let's do a look at... Because we're running almost into overtime here, so...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I grabbed this again. Is it your deck?
Yes, it is.
It is your deck. I thought so. Grab a deck, Mr. O.
Well, we're going to do this as a general reading with the idea that we're thinking about this emotional situation.
And how you can maybe move forward, yeah, or what the outlook looks like.
Yeah, we're doing that. All right, off to work goes Swathi.
Here you go. Oh, I caught him. Finally caught him.
You're following me on Instagram? Thank you, Anthony.
Yay!
It's pretty much the same things we do here, but I appreciate that. I do one unique thing on Instagram. All right. So, Benita, you have the reverse Nine of Swords. You are the reverse Strength.
Oh, very interesting.
But you have the upright Queen of Swords. And I think you have to decide to move on, to make decisions for yourself, by yourself. I think this does really weigh heavy on you. There was probably nothing you could do. You should relieve yourself that there was anything you did wrong. It was just the way it went. You weren't able to do that. The Nine of Swords, though, does say that there will be a way forward, away from some of the pain you feel, the emotional pain, and maybe it just comes with, moving ahead for yourself and trying to see what decisions you make, and remembering too that sometimes you can't force. And I'm not saying you were doing that, but you can't force other people to love you. You can't force others' emotions to be in line with what you want. You just sort of have to send them love and hope that they receive it and respond favorably.
Well, that's a beautiful message he gave there with the Strength card. I was looking at it just a little bit differently, but that's really a nice message. I feel here that, right now is a period where, you could put some of your fears, your anxieties to bed now. You can let go any kind of guilt or feelings of shame or whatever you have that from this thing that just didn't work out for you, and they have moved on with their life, and so now it's time for you to be strong, and assert yourself more, that you are going to make a conscious decision now to move forward and to seek out a new life for yourself, a new romantic life for yourself. Just because this did not work out does not mean it's the end. And I think the Nine of Swords reversed here is saying that. Put that idea to sleep now, that all is lost because, that is done. And that person has moved on and has a happy life. Why can't I? Well, put that to bed. You can have it. You just have to find your strength again, find your inner power, and move forward. Sometimes the Strength card, when, it's what he said, but it's also sometimes indicates when it's upright that, you need to kind of do things in subtle ways. When it's reversed, it's time to find your power and assert yourself again. So it's time for you to assert that you are deserving, of a relationship that good, like he has, and you are deserving now to move on with your life and make that decision. The Queen of Swords is here. The Queen of Swords is very logical, and she's not saying to abandon the emotional side of your life, but don't let those emotions overwhelm you any longer, and make the conscious decision that this is the time to move forward.
And you sound like a very caring and emotionally feeling person, but I think that the spirit or the cards are saying this is a time for you to try to key into just your intellect and try to say to yourself, I know I'm hurt, but I need to separate that so I can work with my mind to figure out a positive, constructive way to move beyond this.
Well, and I would suggest to you, if it's painful and it hurts, I would just suggest this. Why expose yourself to it? Is there any way, you don't have to physically block him, but is there any way you can mute so you don't have to see that and subject yourself to that all the time? That would possibly be the best way to start moving forward, is to just not look at that stuff. And yeah, it is awful that some people can move on so fast and they don't care. But, that's a sign for you that you need to regain your strength, because it's absolutely nothing you did. You need to just move on.
And Violet's saying that too in the chat room, so that's really well. And you know what I pulled with the Lenormand? The first card I pulled was the heart. So that is your heart. And the second card I pulled is the garden.
Oh, I didn't even see Violet. That's very true, Violet. Very good.
First card.
Oh. You know what this is saying to me, Benita, is there is something out there for you. Whether it's in social media that you find somebody else, or whether it's at social gatherings. It looks to me like these could be more in-person events that you might be going to, where you could meet somebody that, you will open your heart again to somebody. There is somebody out there for you.
Well, I like to throw the numerology out there, and when we add 20 and 24, we get 44, and 4 plus 4 is 8, and 8 is an infinity symbol, and it's just saying really that no matter where we're at in our lives, the ability to pick up and move on and keep moving on is always there. And both the garden and the heart look like they're outdoor pleasant scenes. Mm-hmm. It's what Banshee said. You just have to find the strength and the courage to go out there again and, be open to receiving love.
So yeah, I think when you're ready, and maybe it's just still too soon yet, But Violet's right, and I think that, sometimes social media can really do a lot to damage our psyches, and in unintended ways. I mean, this person has obviously moved on. He's just decided his time with you is over. He's showing all this stuff, and he's probably not necessarily doing it to get under your skin. He's just moving on. So it's time for you to decide, yeah, I can do this too, and click that button and move on, And I wish you luck with that. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard.
Come visit us again.
Do visit us again. And let's talk about the future and what might be awaiting you, beyond him. Because looking at what's here, it looks like something may be out there for you. So good luck with that.
There's a sleepy guy.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Well, you know what I say the best revenge is to make yourself happy too. Ignore that happiness, make yourself happy. Because that to me shows that, you are deserving and you are strong.
Hey Anthony, you know what the funny thing is we just got on Instagram maybe in the last several months. We just really started off really slow there, so we weren't actually there very long. So thank you for following us there.
Okay, so should you visit the person? They live kind of far away, but not necessarily by California standards.
I know all about those California standards.
We've only been there once.
I know, but I have a number of friends there in Covenant of the Goddess. California's so big, they had 4 local consuls there, just all
Which
up and down.
Which is very rare.
I think they only have 3
state.
now.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, how about we do a yes/no on that? Should we do a yes/no on that?
Sure.
Is it my deck? I thought I just. Okay. Say no more. And I'm not going to use the big cards. I'm using these dark cards.
A few years back, about 5 years ago, 5 or 6, I was in San Jose, or was it San Diego? Where did I go?
Do you know the way?
I don't know the way.
To San Jose?
It was San Jose, wasn't it?
I think it was. Wasn't
More
San
in the
Barbara.
north. And some of my friends came to the same conference, and they traveled several hours from wherever it was, LA, whatever, and they made it sound like it was a really long ride.
I think I was to Anaheim. Wait, no, I was in San Francisco, and I was in San Jose for conferences. So I've only been to California twice. I've only seen the ocean once.
I was only there once.
It was great going to San Francisco, though. I loved that. It was awesome. Oh, it's a little hilly for me. Quite challenging walking around.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you're welcome, Benita. Take care.
What deck is this?
The Vertigo Tarot.
The Vertigo Tarot. Oh, I hope you have a great weekend. That ought to be fun.
Oh, we're counting. That's right. Uh-oh. It's leaning towards no.
So it's not as yes as we might like.
No, we did get an ace pretty early on in the first pile, the Ace of Cups. But these aren't bad cards. Let's take a look at what they're trying to say, though.
That's the Ace of Cups.
We have the Emperor upright. And then we have the Four of Cups reversed.
Which is actually kind of an okay card.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay cards. So maybe this is just saying it's a really positive no. So I'm trying to figure it out here. I know. So it's the Emperor is basically saying, you know, are you sure? You know, if you were going to do this, maybe you need to have more control over the situation of how you meet, where you meet, stuff like that. The Four of Cups indicates there may be other opportunities for this to happen. Maybe now is not the right time, and maybe you need to maybe get more of a handle on, you know, this person too before you meet.
Well, the Four of Cups reversed otherwise may be indicating that kind of the idea that there was a certain level of discernment going on, or is still going on. It may feel like, you know, you're satisfied with, to some degree, with the choosing or looking at that as, you know, something to pursue or go further with that. The Emperor just really, I think it's what Banshee says, it really says you have a sense of what you know you want to have there, and how you want it to unfold. So it may be that even now in your mind you already kind of know that maybe this will be a person who might be more of a friend and less of a romantic interest, but maybe you're just, you know, determined to kind of go with the whole thing to really be sure, because the Emperor, I think, to me, is more than a king. There's a kind of a person who really understands everything. They understand other people too, all the people that work for them or that assist them. So it's about knowledge too, in a way, and that's what the Four of Cups is about too, is about knowledge.
But it's reversed, and it's that idea of opportunities, and that's why I felt, well, I feel like if you put it off, there will be other opportunities, and it might be wiser to get more of a feel for this person and make sure everything seems right, you know. The Emperor is a planner, if nothing else. He knows how to put everything in the right perspective and order. And he looks for orders. So maybe right now is not exactly the right time. I want to see what the Lenormand will add, because that is interesting to me, the way these cards came up.
If he gets the anchor...
I saw that, Anthony. So funny. San Francisco was awesome. Yeah,
oh, that would be fun. So funny.
I got to ride the streetcars.
I had a feeling it might resonate with you.
I think maybe too early. There will be other opportunities, I think, up and coming to do it, where you may feel like you feel more comfortable and more in control of, you know, the situation and where it's going.
Right, because maybe the idea of the mastery is about being the one to make the decision. So in other words, if there's any sense that maybe other people are pushing or you into the question, this is saying, no, I know I'm the one that has to make that decision. Mm-hmm. No anchor.
No anchor, but...
So, the garden.
There are mountains.
And the mountains. Uh-oh.
So, the mountains of California. No, you know, I think here, there may just be some obstacles, some issues right now to traverse before you should get together and mingle with this person. That's the way I feel. Like maybe it won't, you know, even though there might be the will or the desire to meet each other right now, there might be some complications to consider. Well, and that's what usually the mountains is about.
I agree. I think that the mountains as influencing the garden is really saying that in your quest to find friends, find a social life, maybe a romantic life, etc., that there will be, some certain steps to take. It's not saying it's impossible,
No,
but it's just saying, like with the other
challenging.
cards, that it's a challenge, and that you'll need to make sure you're making the right choices along the way. Maybe this path is not the way to go. You should turn back and go the other way. That kind of thing.
So we have for you right now. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Anthony. And yes,
No anchor.
yeah, no anchor. And
Violet.
sorry, Jano, we can't take you today, so I hope you don't mind, but maybe you can come back on Sunday.
Yeah, Jano, you missed your turn. I'm sorry.
We wouldn't normally do that, but we're already in overtime, and there's some other situations that Violet and us have to get with after this. So we're just going to try to move on and conclude. So,
Thanks, Jano.
the
Thanks
best
for
snow
understanding.
ever.
The best snow ever.
Thanks.
In a way, it wasn't bad. It's always funny when that happens.
Just
too.
make sure they pay for lunch if you go visit. Get
Okay,
a lunch out of
Violet,
it.
I do know your question. We're trying to figure out how best to do that. Your deck, right?
I guess.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah, it can be my deck.
So, this was about the asthma attacks and what might be causing them. And if it may have something to do with, or you're getting up in the morning had something to do with the asthma attacks, right? Sorry if I'm confusing it again. Oops.
I see that, Anthony. So, Violet, today something said, bring the Tarot of Oppositions, a new tarot, but don't bring them out just for anyone. So I guess it was for you. And the Tarot of Oppositions is really kind of very liminal because it encourages you to read both meanings, reversed and upright, to sort of see if there's the middle ground as part of that idea there.
2 or 3 times during the night. Jeez.
So are we just doing a reading about that, or is there more of a question here?
Well, it is to find out if the reason she keeps getting up at night has something to do with the asthma attacks or something else is going on.
Okay.
We might be able to tell with just the 3 cards, and if not, we might do a quick yes/no on that.
Alrighty. These are still a bit stiff, even though I've been
Yeah, she's
using them
trying
a
to
little
figure
bit.
out if it's the mediumship or if it's the asthma. They are very stiff. They're hard to ruffle, Mr. O.
I've been managing it, but it's not easy.
I'll break them in. Are you scared? No, I can do it. It's just I gotta be very conscious. There. Why, look at that.
The Ten of Wands. And it is upright. Whoops. The Wheel of Fortune, also upright.
You sensing what I'm sensing already?
Uh-oh. And they're all upright, which is kind of nice. The Five of Pentacles upright. Well, maybe not for that one. But remember, you can kind of blend them in with their reverse meaning is the idea. And I know that won't always be easy, so see what you can do there.
Wow, that last card threw me for a slight loop there, Violet. I think it's your mediumship. But also, could your mediumship have led to the asthma attack?
It's not a bad question because
this often is about health.
I've read this in the literature that some people with really strong mediumistic or other talents do have some effects on their body, and sometimes it is about respiratory breathing things.
Well, let's look here. You have the Ten of Pentacles.
Wands.
It's the Ten of Wands.
Sorry.
The Ten of Wands. And so it's indicating something heavy. There's maybe a heavy energy right now. And I feel here with the Wheel of Fortune, there may be some karmic thing going on. I really could look at this reading both ways. It's almost as if maybe we need to do a yes or no to rule it out. But I almost feel like there's a heavy energy that is dealing with you right now. It's just a cycle thing. It may just pass. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's saying this will pass, but it could have caused your, it could be caused by your asthma problem. This is so weird. This is so weird because I feel like they both might be involved here in some way. It's possible that this caused the asthma, or maybe the asthma was the trigger for that.
I think to
some
degree, the gift of the mediumship is twofold. It gives you things that you can balance and carry, but it might also give you things that will really be a heavy effect on you in a way. And therefore, you have to be mindful that there are times where this energy or these powers will work better for you, and then maybe other times where you will want to hold them in reserve or use them delicately, as they say, because this effect is very strong, but the strength of that effect is what will give you the strength of your abilities. And so with the final card, the Five of Pentacles, this to me rather indicates that you're always going to have this concern over the health aspects. It's going to be a given to the use of your ability, unless of course other things come through that tell you what that is. But it almost looks like spirit or the energies are saying this is the trade-off that may happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I would go that deep with it, but I can respect what you said there. I feel that too, maybe this is saying that, that you have allies out there. You have allies that could possibly be called upon to help you.
I think that too.
I feel that the 10, this heavy energy or burdens, the wheel is such a positive card upright. I feel like it might be shifting. It might also indicate to me that maybe you need to call upon, to maybe if your asthma pops up again, because it was a one-time thing so far, right? You haven't felt it since. But if it pops up again, you may need to seek, some advice from healthcare practitioners on that. It could indeed be a physical problem that is also manifesting into some heavy energy that is, of course, making you wake at night.
Never mind.
And that's good. And I think that, doing things for yourself is good, but just remember that the Five of Pentacles also indicates that you don't have to go it alone. That if you need to seek out support, it's there for you. So just consider that possibility. Okay? Wow. What is
5
with
times,
that today?
4 times?
Yeah, I don't know.
So first was the lady.
That's you.
Again. And you're at a crossroad.
So I feel here that card seems to go in quite nicely with that, don't you think?
The wheel?
Yeah, because the wheel is constantly turning.
Yeah.
The crossroads is like you got to choose a path now. So I think what it means is you have to choose, you have to figure out a way forward. You have to figure out a move that will bring you back into balance and harmony. And I think you are trying that now. So if it doesn't work for you, if this continues to be a problem, you may have to seek either outside assistance or, as I sort of thought, maybe you ought to seek your allies, on the other side for support now at this time as well, to see if they can't help you, eliminate whatever this heaviness is around you right now. And it's funny you got the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands here. And why am I saying that? Because I'm an asthmatic too, so I know what it feels like when you can't breathe. I know what it feels like when you feel like you have those bricks on your chest, and you can't breathe. And so it's a real interesting combination you have here, Violet.
I think this really does seem to indicate that some of this is what your abilities will do. I was leaning towards the idea that it may be part and parcel of it, but I think she's right. I think that there is maybe more you can find out through your spirit allies. I'm getting that actually from the Five of Pentacles, the person who seeks and doesn't necessarily find, but in a way there's that liminal area in between that it can be found, and that's what the lady is pursuing in the crossroads. And these both add up to two different double numbers. This is 4 and this is 11, so there.
He's just got to do that. But it's interesting too, like he said, that pentacle is in that liminal space in between too. I like that. And it seems like if you go deep, maybe to your guides, you will be able to find the healing and the advice that you need. That's what we have for you. That's what it says. That's the best we can do today. Maybe we can help you dabble into this further if you need us, so let us know. And anyway, I think with that, we've got to cut it off because it's almost a half hour into overtime. So I got to thank you for hanging with us, Violet. Appreciate it. I know there were other things going on today, and we were a little slow, waiting for people to come who disappeared. So, hey, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and one good news is we had no disruptions today. It was awesome. So let's hope that continues on our Sunday show and happy hour too. Hope to see you all there. Oh, Anthony, we were already doomed before you got there.
Come and add some doom.
We appreciate everybody, and we are here to read. So, when we don't have a lot of people, we kind of like hanging out and hoping people will show up. So, and you did. And then some disappeared again.
Say goodnight, Sonny.
All right, everybody. Say goodnight to Sonny, and we say goodnight to you. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.